Yo, what's up, Bob here? Welcome to the Bob Bradley YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to try to tackle the Vinyl Tag 2025 before January is over. It was put out by the Pretty Green Vinyl guy, and you know, it's a fun thing to do, but it is a bit of a beast with a large stack of records. So, without further ado, let's get started. I have the 20 prompts here. I'm going to try to be as quick and concise as possible. Prompt number 1, best purchase of 2024. I'm going to go with the record that I listened to the most. That was this record. The Clash, the only band that matters, right? Black Market Clash, super fantastic record. Joe Strummer putting forth this dub masterpiece. This is the 12-inch version because everybody knows I hate 10 inches. It is on Epic. Really clean, great sounding record. Prompt number 2. 50 years later, best album from 1974. I could have went with Bad Company. That was the first concert I ever went to. Great show. But if I was going to go for a record that was great from top to bottom, I would go with this one. Bob Marley and the Wailers. Natty Dread. Check out this cover. It is amazing. Bob and the Wailers grooving their asses off. Insane lineup of songs on here. Lively Up Yourself. No Woman, No Cry. Rebel Music. Come on, that's just on the A side. This is a great record. The material is fantastic. The sonics on this record, very, very good. Bob Marley, one of the most charismatic frontmen to ever do it. Prompt number 3. An album that defines a genre. I'm going to go with Metallica's Master of Puppets. When I think of thrash metal, I think of this record. And the immortal Cliff Burton. Yeah, that's right. Rest in peace. Captain Crunch, Kirk, Lars, the whole gang is here, and they're absolutely shredding. Welcome home, Sanitarium. Yes. Faster. Yeah, definitely defines a genre. Number 4, best band from your home country. Well, interesting. If you've been watching my channel for a long time, you've definitely probably heard me go on about this before. But in every town, in every city, all across the land that is known as the United States of America, there is a band that plays at a bar probably once a week, and all the hippies come there and they dance and they drink and the music is played and everyone is merry, and they're playing the music of the Grateful Dead. Yeah, that's right. The Grateful Dead. You're talking about a group of fabulous musicians, all very unique and possibly successful artists all on their own. But they managed to stick together for years and years and years and tour across the country thousands of times with hundreds of thousands of followers. And they did thousands of shows. And guess what? They have hundreds of great songs. In that same bar, when the first chord of Shakedown Street hits, those hippies are going to lose their fucking minds, okay? The Terrapin Station. I mean, what are we talking about here? People say they don't have the songs. You don't know shit about the Grateful Dead. That's what's going on. You need to educate yourself. They're the greatest American band of all time until somebody does something better. It's not likely. An artist you miss dearly. It's fairly easy for me. As a young man, I remember the song Breakdown being on the radio almost constantly. I remember when Full Moon Fever came out. It was a life-changing record for me. And this is probably my most favorite Tom Petty record, Wildflowers. I do miss Tom Petty dearly, and I unfortunately never saw Tom Petty live. One of the big regrets of my life. Beautiful record. Definitely my favorite Tom Petty record, and this is just this particular pressing, Wildflowers and the rest, sounds absolutely incredible. Yes. Best live album in your collection. Well, we all know that's Live at the Fillmore East by the Allman Brothers Band. But for the sake of showing something a little bit different, I'll go with the second best live album in my collection. The band The Last Waltz. Yeah. This is the band that's their last hurrah. Martin Scorsese's directing. All the best band songs. Tons of special guests. Joni, Bob, Clapton, Van. It's killing. Just for Ophelia and The Night They Drove Dixie Down alone is worth the price of admission. This is a beautiful copy. It's on that Warner Palm Trees label. Absolutely incredible record. Your partner just dumped you. What album are you putting on? Interesting. You know, I've been dumped before for, if you can imagine that, for various reasons in the past, and I have been with my wife for over 20 years at this point. Yeah. And I don't think that's going to happen. That said, I don't want to go the sad route because I've done that before, driving around in my car, not paying attention to what I'm doing, my head's somewhere else, almost running into things. So I'll probably go the other way. It's extreme and as, as extreme as possible. Pantera's Cowboys from Hell, yeah. The Cemetery Gates and Domination are both on side one. This is a brutal record, and I would say that at some point in the 90s, Pantera was the most radical and extreme metal band that had ever existed. And if you want to talk about people who are sorely missed, Dimebag Darrell, I know Dimebag had become a bit of a parody of himself at the end there, many signature products and just, the whole thing. But Dimebag died in a very unfortunate way and totally preventable. So, yeah, Dimebag. Yeah, that's what I'm listening to, guys. Cowboys from Hell. Best sounding drums on a record. Well, you could go with Neil Peart. You could go with Steve Gadd. But if you know me, you know me. I'm a Bonham man through and through. Any Zeppelin album will count, but Led Zeppelin 2, I'm going to go with that one. A lot of people are going to go with 4 because When the Levee Breaks is on there. But this is one of those records that when you listen to it for the first time, and even if you know nothing about music, you will realize at some point, you say, man, this drummer's incredible. And then all of a sudden, some guy will lean over and he goes, yeah, man, during the solo, he plays with his hands. And you're like, holy shit. Are you serious? Yeah, Moby Dick is on here. It's badass. Led Zeppelin 2. There's nothing. This is the Pyros mastered version of the record. Yeah, RL's great. So was this one. This was $20. Favorite artist who is a member of 2 or more bands. Well, that's pretty easy. There's a guy. He's the guitar hero of all guitar heroes. Yeah. His name is Joe Walsh, and he's in both of these bands. The James Gang, Funk 49. And, of course, a band you've probably heard of, The Eagles. Yeah. Anton LaVey on the back of this one. Hotel California. Great record. Possibly has one of the greatest guitar solos of all time. If I was just going to go with classic rock guitar solos, I'm going to go down like this. Stairway, Comfortably Numb, Hotel California. Yeah, top 3. Boom. Joe Walsh, super funky and unique guitar player. Responsible for a lot of stuff in rock music, giving a lot of people instruments that they went on to produce some of the greatest music of all time with. And also creating some of the greatest music of all time. Have you ever heard Rocky Mountain Way? Yeah. Beatles or Stones? Interesting. The Stones, very, very good band. Top tier band. Very good. But at no time did the Stones literally change the fabric of all life on Earth when it comes to popular culture music, okay? 4 of the most fantastic singers and songwriters that were ever produced, for whatever reason, I put Ringo in there just because, Ringo's still out there tearing it up at the Ryman the other night. But anyway, yeah, McCartney, Lennon, Harrison, just the trio right there. I mean, it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling, okay? As the great Macho Man would say,
you say you don't know where the Macho Man is coming from? You're right. You don't know anything about the Macho Man, Randy Savage, and where I'm coming from. because it's mind-boggling to you, yeah.
Okay, I mean, it's Beatles all day long. All day long. Yeah, Beatles. It's just, they're the total package. They mean more than just being a great band. Oh, you found a bag of weed. I found my bag of weed. What are you going to listen to? Well, I'm going to listen to a band whose singer is notoriously anti-marijuana. That's weird, right? They have a song called The Pot. I believe it's like kind of down on smoking weed. That said, they have this great record called Fear Inoculum. This is a 3-disc set. And my lord, is this a stoner's delight. You know, all the songs are super long and like, you know, kind of beat you in submission with these kind of trance-like drum beats. Speaking of badass drummers, Danny Carey, oh my lord, I saw him multiple times this year with the Beat tour. God damn. Really killing on this. Yeah. Tools, Fear Inoculum. If you haven't seen the Vic Firth video featuring Danny Carey, I will link it in the comments below. You should definitely watch that. An album from the 80s you still listen to. Yeah. Peter Gabriel. So, take it or leave it, but it is an absolute time machine right back to the 80s. As soon as the opening moments of Sledgehammer come on, I'm like right there. Okay? I'm right there. I'm in the 80s. You know, I'm riding 10 speeds. I'm thinking about if I'm going to Wang Chung tonight. It's the whole deal right here. Peter Gabriel. So, an artist whose political stance has soured you. Nobody's. I really believe that people are allowed to express their political beliefs openly without consequence. That is one of the things that makes our country great, and I support that. Yes, I often disagree, and yes, it is sometimes a dividing factor in our country, but it is necessary, and it's part of the way the system works. You should be able to speak freely about your political beliefs without persecution from the government. And yeah, bands do wear me out from time to time. When this band came out, Rage Against the Machine, a lot of people were like, too political. And I was like, no, this record's fucking badass. But what was happening was, and I was perfectly aware of it, they were putting shirts with Che on there and stuff like that. And I had a buddy who was wearing one of those Che Guevara shirts, and I saw this Cuban lady with her finger in his face, and she was screaming and yelling and pointing at him. And I said, what did she say? And he said, that Che was a butcher and a murderer. Yeah, sometimes they don't exactly get it right. But is the record great? Absolutely. It's amazing. Yeah. I mean, listen, people who get wrapped up on whoever, Roger Waters has always been political. I went to one show, he had a giant pig and he was flying around a picture of Trump, and then the very next year he was talking shit on Joe Biden. Big deal. That's what he does. Show a favorite record label. Yeah, this is easy. Talk about it all the time. Got The Bridge from Sonny Rollins. What's it on? RCA Victor. That's a fantastic record. It's one of my favorite Sonny Rollins records. Lou Reed, Transformer. What? RCA Victor? Dynaflex? Oh my God. They're unstoppable. RCA is unstoppable. Oh, Waylon, one of the seminal outlaw country records. If you don't have this, you need to get this right away. It's great. It's fantastic. Sounds amazing. It's on RCA Victor. Come on. Look, if I'm digging and I start seeing a lot of RCA stuff, I know I'm about to get some great records. Period. Next, number 15, a run of 3 great singles. That's a tough question. A lot of bands don't have 3 great singles on a record. But this one does. It's one of my favorite bands. One of my favorite records. Yeah. There's actually a run of 4, I would say. Today, Disarm, Cherub Rock, Rocket, all those songs were hits, all played on the radio, great singles. I'm talking about the Smashing Pumpkins' Siamese Dream. This is a badass record. Guitar tone for days, folks. We're talking about Marshalls, Big Muffs, Stratocasters, and one Black Les Paul. Billy Corgan, the mastermind behind the record, him and Butch Vig produced this album. Butch Vig, of course, famed engineer and producer. This is a spectacular record on orange vinyl, second pressing. Really, really clean. I've had this for many years. If you were watching my channel in the early days, you probably saw it a number of times. Yeah, there's a lot of great songs on that, and they were all singles, and they were all great. Number 16, a RSD purchase that you actually consistently listen to. Fair enough. War, Greatest Hits. This came out a few years ago. After everybody bought it, and they were all gone, it was revealed that this was cut on Kevin Gray's custom-made all-tube mastering rig. Yes, that's right. And it sounds really, really good. It is on gold wax, which is, whatever. But this is a great sounding disc. You're not going to be able to find one, but if you can, definitely get it. Number 17, you can be reincarnated as any artist, dead or alive. Who's it going to be? If you know me, you already know the answer. It's real simple. Tom Waits does whatever he wants, whenever he wants, artistically and otherwise. Young Tom Waits, super handsome, super talented, beast on the piano, plays good guitar, great percussionist, gold standard songwriter. Okay? He acts, he sings, he dances, he throws glitter and baby powder into the air, and he sings in 20 different voices. I love it, and I always have. And if I could come back as any artist, I would definitely come back as Tom, because he's still out there and he's still making music and he's still okay. And he has somehow avoided a lot of the pitfalls that have grabbed other guys. So, yeah, super expansive catalog, prolific artist. Tom's the total package. Number 18, best 3 lines in the song. I'm going to put some lyrics on screen here from a couple different tunes, but they come from this record, Sturgill Simpson's Meta-Modern Sounds in Country Music. Yeah, this is a great record from Sturgill. It is his second album, and this is probably where most people discovered Sturgill. I'm going to put some lyrics up from Turtles All the Way Down. That's the opening track of the record. And a very beautiful tune called Voices. Sturgill, coming out of Kentucky via Nashville and becoming famous later in life, becoming quite prolific, writes his own songs. Kind of rare for country coming out of Nashville, right? But he's one of the guys that does. So, great band, great player, excellent songwriter. Yeah. Meaningful, well-penned. An album you never tire of is number 19. Well, that's pretty easy. I listen to this all the time, and have since a long time now. I mean, it's been a long time I've been listening to these Misfits tunes. I chose Legacy of Brutality to show just because it has a song lineup that I really like. Songs like Hybrid Moments, Angel Fuck, She, Halloween, Where Eagles Dare. They're all on this record. I'll also show you this one. Walk Among Us. This is the purple one on Ruby. This Legacy of Brutality is a first pressing. Yeah. On Plan 9. Great record. For whatever reason, Glenn Danzig is a captivating enough frontman that I just never get tired of hearing him. I mean, the dude is just a charismatic guy, and in the period of the Misfits, he was on another level, really. I mean, the recording quality is absolute trash. I mean, it really sounds like it was recorded on a boombox oftentimes, but it doesn't matter. The songs are that damn good. So, yeah, Misfits, Legacy of Brutality. Never get tired of it. Never. And I know all the stuff about that. 20. Prompt number 20. Share your favorite VC channels. Noble Records. Dylan over at Noble Records. I watch him all the time. I watch Vinyl Richie a lot. All the usual suspects. If you're thinking of a guy right now, I'm watching him. I like to watch the Rev, but he's mostly over there on Instagram right now. Yeah, I watch all that stuff. I'm up all day. I'm watching rock related videos and other things. I don't only watch VC channels. I watch a lot of other stuff. Maybe I'll do a video about my top 10 internet YouTube channels. Yeah, that would be cool. I might do that next week. Anyway, yeah, that is Vinyl Tag 2025. So, yeah, I got out. It's going to be over 20 minutes. I know it. But anyway, all right. Until we meet again, please like, subscribe, tell a friend, leave some comments down below. Bob out.